Hello everyone and welcome. And this will be your general weekly reading for the sign of Libra for the week of December 5th through the 11th of 2022. And thank you to everyone who has given my channel a thumbs up and subscribed and left comments. Thank you very much for doing that. And your first card out is yourself. So, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, of course. Making some decisions this week for yourself. You're having a little more courage and a little more sure of yourself this week. You're determined to, do what you want to do. And moving forward. And the Hierophant. So most definitely making some decisions for yourself. Maybe you're talking to somebody or have talked to somebody that you trust, that that they're not judging you. Maybe you're having a thought this week for that, I want to start a new business or a business of my own, and you're, getting some advice from somebody. Maybe you're thinking of going back to school this week as well. Taking a little bit of upgrading or a little more insight to the business that you want to start for yourself. And the Ten of Swords. So somebody stabbed you in the back. Somebody set you on this path because they've hurt you. So that's what's made this thought process begin. Somebody that you trusted, friend, relative, relation, other half in some cases. Somebody has stabbed you in the back, and you're realizing that you're not willing to just take it anymore. It is done. There's not enough, sorries and roses in the world to undo what they've done. And it's hurt you deeply, and you're willing to let it go because you're realizing it's never going to change. It's not going to be undone. And even if you were to accept it, 5 will get you 10 that did repeat it, and you're not going to take that. And the King of Pentacles, so making some good investments, talking to some people, trying to get some sure footing for yourself. You're realizing that, this is what I want in the future. This is the quality of life I want going forward in the future. And you're starting to talk to people about how they got to where they are. So you're definitely made a sound foundation for yourself this week. And the Devil. So you've learned what's been holding you back. You're realizing that, what you got to do to get yourself forward. In some cases, this could be family as well. Maybe you felt like you're obligated to stay where you are because, if you move, you might not see them again. But, so whether you've held yourself back or you felt like you need to hold yourself back, but this is the week that maybe they've said something to you and you decided to put up that boundary for yourself with them, that you're no longer to talk to me that way, or I don't treat me that way, whatever it happens to be. But you're no longer fooling yourself. You're realizing and admitting to yourself what's happened and who's done it and what you have to do to make yourself happy. And the Ace of Swords. So most definitely moving forward, new beginning. You're feeling more inspired once you do this for yourself this week. You're having that heart to heart, to heal yourself and clear the air so that you can move forward for yourself without having second guesses, because you know that it's long overdue. And the Four of Swords. So definitely, maybe you've been not feeling so well for yourself, or, you're just taking that time out to really get clarification for yourself. You don't want to keep, putting this off. But when you do it, you want to do it because it's what you need to do. That sort of thing. So you're just taking a time out. You could be taking care of somebody, maybe you've heard somebody's not feeling so good, so you've offered up your services to go to the store to pick them up some groceries, that sort of thing. But, you're realizing that, maybe you're overworking yourself too much this week as well. For some of you, maybe you're, putting in extra hours to earn that extra money to get ready for Christmas. So you're realizing that you need to step back a little bit because it's time. And the Empress. So most definitely, things are starting to go the way that you want them to. Things are getting better in your life. You're feeling more optimistic. That new project that you started, it's definitely panning out the way you wanted it. So far, so good. Your health is doing okay. For some of you, this could be a new addition to the family, whether that's a niece, nephew, or a child of your own, or even a fur baby. But, you're feeling a little more optimistic. You're realizing things that are truly going your way. But it's patience and justice, or judgment, sorry. So most definitely, you've made that decision because you've put it off far too long. But you're facing it. You're okay with it. You're making that decision this week, and it's going to pay out okay. You're no longer taking guilt on. You're realizing who's done what to you, and you're facing it. You're just shutting the door on people and places and things that hurt you. You're willing to let them go, and you're not going to turn around anymore because you already have a really good idea of what you want coming, and you're following your intuitions and your hunches this week. And what do we got? The Nine of Cups. So wish fulfillment. Good for you. Maybe you're finally getting that job that you wanted, or maybe you've had a patent that sits on the back burner for forever and you decided, you know what, I thought about doing that a long time ago, and you pull it out and there it is, and you start to make money at it. It's some sort of that wish fulfillment coming in for you this week. Things are just starting to light up and go the way you want them to. You're happy, you're content, people are starting to see you. Your dreams are starting to come true, which is wonderful. Things that you've wanted to do for a long time are just sort of starting to appear. And the Two of Cups, very nice. This could be the beginning of a new relationship coming into your life. Maybe a friendship that turns the corner and grows into more. It turns romantic for you. Things start to heat up, or you could hear from an old flame that you haven't heard from in a long time. Maybe they come back to town for the holidays, and you run into them, and it turns out that you still have feelings for one another. And the Star card. So there you are. Shining brightly. You're doing very well for yourself. You're feeling confident this week, and it's showing. Like you know what you want to do. You know who you want to do it with. And you're just believing in yourself. You're starting to think bigger ideas, and you know that you're capable of succeeding at them. You're no longer letting people browbeat you or you feel that way. And the Eight of Rods. A quick invitation coming in out of the blue. Maybe somebody's inviting you to go out. Dropping at your door for a visit unexpectedly, that sort of thing. But you're happy with it. You're quite content. You're getting along really well. You're enjoying each other's company. Maybe you're having a few drinks. Maybe, people's come together. Maybe you all decide to get in that car this week. And, hey, let's go to the next town and go shopping for the day. That sort of thing. But you're really having a good time this week. I'm sorry you had some people that betrayed you, but you did find out about it. So that's a positive note, because they can't do it to you anymore. And the Knight of Swords, or the King of Swords. So you're definitely making some, encourageable moves for yourself. You're cutting out people and places and things that aren't making you happy anymore. You're finding solutions to the problems this week that you didn't think were even possible. You're getting your credit cards all in a row. You know, you're getting them all cleared up, that sort of thing. You're making sure that you're making good choices. You're not spending as much this week because you want things in the future. So your thought process this week is very clear and decisive. And the Two of Swords, and that's okay. You know, you're trying to make those decisions very diligently, so you're sort of almost stuck because you don't really want to go one way or the other because you don't want to hurt anybody or you don't want to get hurt yourself. But you're realizing that, you know, you're going to have to make that decision, because if you don't, eventually somebody makes it for you. So you're trying to make the one that speaks truly to you without any extra input. Wow. And the Wheel of Fortune. Well, there you are. Off on new adventures. Things are starting, you know, really good this week. This could be that job you wanted. This could be some extra money coming in. Maybe you're getting a pay raise. You know, oh, that's a wonderful card. Things are just starting to change and go the way that you really envisioned them this week for yourself. That's a beautiful card. You're just so happy, and rightfully so. All right, I am going to shuffle and deal you an Angel Oracle card. But yeah, it's you're going, you know, full out on a positive note this week. You've made some really big decisions for yourself, and you're making your life happy. As you honor and follow your guidance of your heart, possibilities is coming to you now. Well, there you are. All right, Leo. On that note, I will say goodbye for now, and I will talk to you again next week. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and bye for now.